Welcome back. I'm Kelsey Fabian. We have Russ Green here with us today from the Thunder Bay Marine Sanctuary. Good morning, Russ. How are you?
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. So I hear you're here to talk to us about technology at the Marine Sanctuary and how you guys use it.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Technology for science is certainly exciting, but industry is using marine technology as well. And we've got a nice partnership and synergy going with Alpena Community College. So technology is sort of on our minds right now. And the sanctuary use it in different ways. Of course, on the water for research is really important. Finding shipwrecks, there's a lot of technology involved in that. Acoustics and sonars. Once you discover a shipwreck, you're using a remotely operated vehicle, sort of a underwater camera that's tethered to your boat to see this shipwreck and identify it and assess it. But really, the really exciting part, that's a small fraction of marine technology out there globally. The really the big aspect of marine technology is in industry and training students to go off and use these kind of tools in a commercial setting. And that's what ACC is doing.
And what is the class called?
It's a marine technology program.
Okay.
It's a 2-year program. And essentially,
so it's a program, not just a class.
It is, yep.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of classes within that to do electrical engineering and different skills to get you ready to go out into the real world and perhaps drive an ROV on an oil rig offshore in the Gulf of Mexico.
I'm assuming since the sanctuary is right here that the classes are very hands-on.
They are, and we help. It's really a great class because you get the hands-on, but you also get the background. What are the issues globally, ocean conservation issues that are sort of the backdrop to this marine technology? Why are we using it? Why are we deploying it? Why are you learning it? You'll get that, but then you also get the hands-on skills to go drive an ROV, or at least understand the basics, and then work for some of these companies are huge. They're global, and in the coming years, one company in particular will be hiring hundreds of ROV technicians to drive these underwater robots. And your first step along that path is to go to ACC. Or actually, what's great about Alpena, even before that, in the high school, John Capeless is teaching a great class for his high school students called Shipwreck Alley, which prepares you almost really nicely.
They do it in the pool, right?
They do some in the pool,
okay.
Yep, and we will help them out as well and teach them some archaeology. But you get the fundamentals, and you get thinking about the ocean and some of the challenges that we face and how technology can help us meet those challenges. So you can go from John's class there at the high school, transition into ACC, and along the way learn some things about the sanctuary and really widen your view about how this technology can be used out there commercially.
Now, for some of us who aren't as up to date with science things, ROV is an underwater robot, right?
That's right.
And what exactly do these underwater robots do?
They can do all kinds of things. They can do something. They can take video very simply, and if you're talking about working, say, some of these are rated for 12,000 feet. The Titanic, for example, is about 2 miles down, so it's hard to get a look at that. So the video alone is exciting. But in a commercial setting, you might be installing a pipeline, fixing a pipeline, constructing an oil rig, inspecting an oil rig. And with really fine motor skills, these ROVs will have manipulator arms that are almost like a human hand. And you're turning nuts and bolts underwater and connecting things and disconnecting. So it's highly technical. And they're great jobs. They're well-paying jobs. You get a great chance to travel. And the beginning of that can happen right here in Alpena.
And how long has ACC been offering this?
This will be the second year.
Okay.
So the second crop of students will come through, and they'll start very soon. And their first step actually is diving. You can choose to dive if you like. That's sort of another aspect of marine technology is the diving technology. So you can really learn to dive and use that skill as you want to, and then transition into the non-diving technology, which is ROVs, and even AUVs, autonomous underwater vehicles, which are not tethered to a boat. You program them, and they go out into the ocean and do the things that you've asked them to do. They might be taking pictures, or they might be transmitting sound waves to take pictures of the bottom acoustically, a wide range of things.
Now, if someone wanted to get involved, you said there's high school classes, there's obviously the courses at ACC, but if they weren't sure about it yet, would you suggest they come to the sanctuary and visit or go on a glass bottom boat tour or something? What would you suggest for them to do?
Yeah, absolutely. At the Maritime Heritage Center, you can get a glimpse of some of this technology in action. You can read about it. You can see how we've used it to manage the sanctuary and the resources there. ACC is a great place to start as well. David Cummins is the person to contact there for more information about the ACC program. But come on into the sanctuary, knock on our door, and we'll put you in the right direction.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here, Russ.
You bet. My pleasure.